In today's episode, I'm going to channel my inner VCR and, we're gonna talk about this underrated gem of a film, and hopefully in record time. Let's go.
Don't worry, Karen. Chinese bamboo, very strong.
Be Kind Rewind is the best movie about making movies that a young filmmaker could ask for. The movie has all the bells and whistles of a Hollywood hit, but an even more charmingly analog depiction of what I call backyard cinema. And we are gonna talk all about it. But first... So, in this buddy comedy, Mike, played by Mos Def, and his bumbling conspiracy-obsessed pal Jerry, played by Jack Black, are thrust headfirst into the world of knockoff filmmaking after a radioactive Jerry erases every tape in the video store they work in.
You erased these tapes!
Why was Jerry radioactive? Well, he was doing some recon at a local power plant and got hit with enough voltage to turn your Mountain Dew blue, and also, he really had to pee.
Oh, nice.
Mike is left in charge of the store after the owner, Mr. Fletcher, played by Danny Glover, goes out of town on a secret mission to save his failing business. What this movie is really about at its core is two friends learning to rise to the occasion and bring their community together for a greater good. But it also is about the very bureaucratic process of turning your creativity into a product. And that is what I find most fascinating.
We made the movies ourselves.
And people like
right,
them.
But technically you're wrong. You see, these tapes belong to the studios.
It all starts when Mike is left in charge of the store, and the neighborhood's nosy Nancy, Miss Fallowix, comes in looking to rent a movie. In fact, she's looking to rent this movie. The only problem is, after Jerry got hit with that radioactive jolt, every VHS tape he touches, which is all of them, gets erased completely and becomes useless. But not entirely useless.
This video don't work.
Sorry?
It don't work.
Of course, in a situation like this, there's really only one thing that you can do, and that is stay up all night with a home video camcorder and recreate the film yourself, and then hope that nobody notices the difference. And would you believe it, everybody notices right away, obviously.
That wasn't bad.
The twist is that the regular renters of this vintage video store love the knockoff films and want to continue renting new ones. What follows is a perfectly illegitimate daytime operation of sweeted movies, which in this film just means that the films were made in their backyard for like $1. The scene where our crew gets a long take oneer that tracks the making of several iconic movies is pure genius, as it sings volumes to the kind of movies that my brother and I would make in our own backyard. I mean, just look at it. I love it. It's analog, and I love it. The business takes off locally, and eventually the entire community is helping to produce these movies, which make for a wonderful triumph to save the dying video store. Until...
Copyright infringement is punishable by state and federal law.
See, it's illegal to make any money off of stolen IP without the proper permits and approval, and thus our guys get slapped with a fine greater than the amount that anybody in town would be prepared to cover.
$3.15 billion in fines, which would need to be paid back to the studio.
I'll write you a check.
And in a last-ditch effort to get their win, the whole block works together to create a fictional account of the life and death of a local jazz legend, Fats Waller. Here's a fun fact. I have a pet tortoise, and his name is Fats, named after Fats Waller. And is it enough to save their business? Well, why not watch the movie and find out for yourself?
Hey, look who's here!
Well folks, that is Be Kind Rewind, aka the best movie about making movies, and hopefully in just under 5 minutes. If you like this video, be sure to check out the other episodes in this series and browse around until you find something that you want to watch and eventually decide to subscribe. Thank you again for visiting Movie Mecca, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one.